With little over 200 days until the total solar eclipse, I'm a photographer in training. The plan is to do a lot better than a hole in a cardboard box. Yet, I'm an absolute beginner in astrophotography. After decades hunched over a keyboard, I barely even look at the night sky. Maybe that's the result of big city life. But now that I can actually see a clear night sky, it's like the transporter area in Oceanhorn 2. Kinophobia. So that's part of the training, simply getting used to looking up at the universe. The conditions were perfect. It was the early morning of September 15th, and there was a new moon. But also the skies were clear. It was cold though. Brr. And when my cat saw me on the other side of the sliding glass door, it was quite confused. What's the computer guy doing outside? Shouldn't he be sleeping, or building a website, or playing video games? It certainly was a change of pace. At least I was somewhat prepared. I brought a tripod. I tried using the pocket tripod, but it was too close to the ground. I raised my tripod to avoid structures and trees from appearing in the shots. This really emphasizes the difficulty. How hard could it be to point a camera up? Surprisingly, a lot can go wrong. Here's a perfect example. This is a picture from my iPhone. No special apps, just a camera app, and snap. It was just like the Seeing Stars commercial for the Google Pixel. My iPhone actually used the flash. I had such a good laugh. Which might have been unsettling to the neighbors. Some mad scientists cackling in the darkness. The point is that this is astrophotography level 0. We can only go up from here. So the reason I was enduring the near freezing temperatures was because of a free app. It's called AstroShader by George Cherry. The description says it's an astrophotography app for capturing, stacking, and editing. Wow, that's pretty advanced. So I tested it out. There are lots of settings, which can be overwhelming, like focus. This is one of the things that surprises me about astrophotography. It can't just go to infinity automatically? Focusing is a big to-do in astrophotography, or photography in general. So focus is the main setting. I'm not sure if I said it right. Seeing in the dark was tough. I had just woken up, so it was tougher to focus my eyes. But also I was getting glare from the screen. On such a dark night, my iPhone was one of the brightest things around. I fumbled through the other settings. The number of exposures can be set, along with the exposure time. The ISO can be set, which is basically the light sensitivity. I set it to max. But maybe that's not ideal. The camera timer setting is the initial delay. Preventing camera shake is huge. Even just tapping the screen to start things off could cause motion blur. I wasn't sure about the other settings, so I'm looking forward to trying again. But basically, here's the result. That is a lot of stars. Yet it looks a little too gray. So I tossed it into Pixelmator. With some color adjustment, wow! Now it's really starting to look like astrophotography. You can see the effect of the Earth's rotation and image stitching. Be careful with the settings though. I enabled horizontal flip thinking it was landscape orientation. Nope, that just produced a mirror image. I was rotating the image, not understanding which way was up. But once I flipped the image back, then I knew the image's orientation. I think the first attempt was better. I lowered the settings because I was getting cold, and the sunrise was soon approaching. The more exposures, or the longer the exposure, the longer it takes to create the image. The final result can be saved in different image formats. So that's nice. I wasn't sure what was that orange dot. Is that Jupiter? Is that Jupiter? I kept asking myself that question. Regardless, the app is amazing. AstroShader adds practical astrophotography to your iPhone. I compared it to the Slow Shutter app. That app is very good in low light situations. It's certainly easier to use, but here it turned the sky quite blue. The sun was starting to rise, so I wrapped up this little adventure. I'm looking forward to trying again. This certainly can be improved, but I think I leveled up. That's astrophotography level 1.